welcome to Eyewitness News, sir.
My brother was
Oh no, I'm not your brother. I don't remember the last time you checked on me.
yes.
So I dissociate myself from this brotherhood.
In public, but in private, you are my brother.
No problem. Oh, Bake.
Okay.
No, can you walk us through the reasoning behind the contract signing, the government's decision to go into this contract with Zipline in the first place? What was the thinking that led to this decision?
Thank you very much. Well, so let me say a very good evening to all your listeners. Zipline, the company, is a company that I'm sure I think they registered in Ghana also, but it's a company founded in the US. And what the technology they have is that they are able to have this, I don't know why the majority leaders refer to it as a drone. It's not really a drone. They are like mini flights that they are able to fly from a particular station to particular places, drop items and come back. Now, I think when we were in office, there was a time that some senior government officials had a meeting with them and thought that solution could help us. And I'll mention a few reasons why that solution is necessary or what it provides. Number one, if you take, let's say, the distance from Tamale to a village that is, let's say, 5 hours away from Tamale, even if there is a road, of course, you will not have the road being like what you have in Accra. But the important point is that if it will take you 5 hours to take a particular emergency medicine from Tamale Teaching Hospital to a village, let me even use, since I know Jirapa, let me use Jirapa and Wa. So Wa being the regional capital for Upper West. Let's say there's an emergency. You have it at Wa Regional Hospital, at a health center behind Jirapa, maybe 3-4 hours away. The drone can take off from the station and instead of the 3 hours, drop the item not in 3 hours, but let's say in 25 minutes. A journey that is 5 hours by road can be covered by these flights, which are like miniature planes, by a quarter of the distance. So that's the first advantage that the Zipline service has. The second one is that, Omaro, in Ghana, our supply chain system for emergency medicines and blood products is not that perfect. And what right by is not that perfect. I work at the Kibi government hospital. So if I receive a woman who is bleeding at birth at 12 a.m. in the night, and I don't have the particular blood type that she needs, and she's bleeding in front of me today, I have to pick my phone and call either the district director or a doctor at Koforidra Eastern Regional Hospital. From Kibi or Kibi to Eastern Regional Hospital by road, you are looking at about 2 hours on the average. Now, if I call this doctor, the doctor must now work with his lab and see whether they can get a blood product. The advantage Zipline has is that it brings the resources of a whole region together. So the center that supplies the whole of Eastern region, everybody would have brought their emergency blood products and medicines to the Zipline station. So they have a miniature cold room and like pharmacy. So that when you call Zipline, you have the advantage of they having drugs that you might have called 3, 4, 5 facilities before you get. Now, thirdly, if you are Chebi, you are only dealing with the medical stores at Eastern region. But a drone center or station, the Zipline has 6 stations across the country. And each station sometimes has 2, 3 regions. So the advantage of Zipline is that what they have is the resource base of 3 or 4 regional medical stores. So by creating the station, I heard the minister say that, Ghana Air Service by now should have had a drone. With all due respect, it's not a drone that someone is flying from the hospital. No. There is a special technology. I think this is a key point. Zipline has a special technology that uses satellites. That's what allows their flights to take off from wherever it is, drop at and they are using geo coordinates. In fact, for those who are into military aircraft and all that, that's what the U.S. Army uses on their planes. That allows flights to take off at sea and land. So this is a special technology. Whether the cost is worth it or not, I will come there. But by the way, it's not 175 million Ghana cedis a year. It costs us an average of $6 million a year. Now, if there are 6 stations.
Sorry. Can you repeat that, please?
I said it cost the nation an average of $6 million for all the 6 stations that Zipline runs. And when I say 6 stations, that is the number of places where the flights take off, and each station covers a particular part of Ghana. So let me quickly take you through.
Sorry, just a second. $6 million per annum or per month?
For a year, please.
Okay, so maybe he multiplied that by the strength of the CD at the time, and that's what took us to 170. Because I think he was talking about CDs.
All right. So I just
want to say, because you sought to clarify that he said 170 million and you are saying it's not 170 million, it's 6 million. I wanted to suggest that he possibly was talking about
Umaru,
what do you call it?
With all due respect, we normally use even interbank rate. As at the time we're leaving office, interbank was around 14. So we don't use Abochi for doing official government business.
Okay, I just multiplied 6 times 14 and it's 84. But okay, I don't know.
What did you get?
84.
All right.
But I don't know. Maybe we're asking for further clarification. What period he's talking about? But proceed.
By way of education, the first station is at Obinako in the Eastern region. It covers Eastern region, the whole of Eastern, some parts of Greater Accra, and then Southern Volta. We have the second one, which is at Mampon in Ashanti region. This station flights, when we talk about places where it covers, these are hospitals or health facilities that have been mapped in their system. Mapped meaning that they have the geo coordinates, so they can drop an item at their hospital precincts. The Mampon one covers Ashanti, Bono East, Ahafo, and overlaps some parts of Ahafo. There's one at Voxy, which covers in the northeast region. It covers northeast, all of northeast region, northern region, upper east borders. Then there's one also at Seshwiyu, also a Zipline center, which covers western north, the whole of western north, the whole of Ahafo region, the whole of western region, and some parts of Ashanti western areas. There is one also at Enum in the eastern region, which covers eastern and southern belt of eastern region, central region, Volta, and then parts of the Afram Plains. And then finally, you have one at Krachi, which is in Oti region. That one covers the whole of Oti Core, northern Volta, Bono East, and some island communities. Umaru, let me quickly say that, with all due respect, every flight that Zipline has ever made, when we say flight, that's their miniature plane taking off to drop medicine or blood. Every flight they've made, with all due respect, is at the how do you call it? Is available at the Ministry of Health. This is not a secret, and they've made over 800,000 flights. 800,000. Now, out of these 800,000 flights, about 20,000 plus were blood products. Umaru, 20,000. So imagine each flight out of those 20,000 went to save a life or to make a condition less critical. And you also have how do you call it? Over 30,000 anti-snake, anti-rabies medicines delivered. Now, let me help the listener with what Zipline, the value they have. If you are operating on a woman at Jirapa, which is close to Burkina, very far away, and this woman starts to bleed, and you need oxytocin, which is a medicine that will help the uterus to contract to save the life of the woman. If you don't have it in that health center in that village, but you are covered by Zipline, when you call, you don't even call, they use WhatsApp. When you WhatsApp Zipline with the stock they have at, let's say, Tamale, the station that covers northern part, would fly a miniature plane that would drop the oxytocin at the compound of the hospital. You would have saved time calling people, and if you have to drive 3-4 hours, it would have been done in 25 minutes. So, with all due respect, sometimes too much politics can endanger even lives. I mean, this talk of the drones can be bought by Ghana Air Service. With all due respect, it is someone who does not even understand what is happening who will talk like that.
Why? Hello?
Well, I'm saying so because, Umaru, I hope you can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
I'm saying so because if you assume That the way Zipline works is that they have a drone in, let's say, their house at, let's say, Nima. And when you call for help at Tema, they will put the medicine in the drone and then fly it to Tema. That's when you think that is easy. But what is happening is that they've coordinated over 3,000 facilities across the whole Ghana into a computer system, and are using satellite such that if they input the coordinates of, let's say, Pram Health Center, and there's a drug that Kolebu has, which they have at their station, they can drop it at Pram within, let's say, 15 minutes. When you actually would have called 3-4 medical doctors, 2 health administrators, gotten a vehicle, the calls and networking and asking for the medicine alone can take 1, 2, 3 hours. Getting a car to drive physically to Pram and back with the traffic can take another 3 hours. 6 hours of work done in 15 minutes. And someone says that this is useless, throw it away. Look, Umaru, if you do this, I'll be happy. Use RTI to ask the Ministry of Health to give you the logbook of the health facilities that called Zipline for help, and all the places that receive the blood, the anti-snake medicine, the, how do we call it, the vaccines, the antibiotics that save somebody's life. All these are printed. They are records that are there. This talk of, oh, they've been flying condoms. It is an attempt to ridicule the whole project and throw it away. And let me say this before I forget. The essence of a politician or leader is not to work to make yourself comfortable, but to work hard such that those far away from you can receive some help when they need it most. And I'm also for value for money. I'm a doctor. I'm also a researcher. I am for, how do you call it, competitiveness. If we think that somebody can provide such value at a lower cost, look for the values, show us the solution. Let's go for it. As we speak, there are some places up north, in the northern part of Ghana, USAID has put away their help. Most of them, they only rely solely on Zipline. In fact, there are some regions, forgive me, especially some of the new regions, they don't even have central medical stores. Their medical stores is Zipline, actually. If they call Zipline and they don't get blood, they are finished. If they call Zipline, a snake has beaten someone, some village in the Volta region, they call Zipline, there is no anti-snake. Now that they have been cut off, they have decommissioned their centers. They don't have anywhere to go. It will only show as a cause of death in our books. And by the way, there is evidence to show that most of the villages and communities that have been linked to Zipline, their maternal mortality rate, that's women dying from birth, has gone down. All these statistics are available. And if a politician, because he's busy, cannot read, get a research assistant, they will show you the figures. Emotions don't help in policy and public policy. Emotions. No, don't use emotions. Go for the logbook. Check the number of flights. See the lives that have been saved. And ask yourself whether $6 million to cover the whole Ghana is worth it or not.
Okay. Thank you for this explanation. I have a quick point to make to you before my next question. My colleague here, who is a photographer, a professional camera person, sent a message, and he said that what you are describing is actually a drone. It's a fixed wing aircraft, and it's also known as a UAV. So it's an unmanned aerial vehicle. So you can say it's not a drone. So that's the first one. He also said that the figures that the Honorable Muhammad Ayariga gave about the cost of the drone, he disagrees, and he says specialized industrial and survey drones, usually for large-scale surveying, agriculture, or heavy-duty delivery, can cost between $50,000 to $100,000. So that's Kweku David. He is the one who sent this message. I just wanted to read it out. My question to you is that the Honorable Muhammad Ayariga says, let's give it to the Ministry of Health to do. How is it impractical? As someone who served as Minister for Health before, are you saying the Ministry of Health cannot do the same thing that Zipline is doing? That's one. Two, he also says we have roads in all our communities, so it will be easy to deliver these drugs, and so we don't really need a drone.
Umaru, let me respectfully say that if it had to do with just drones, we flying it from our regional hospitals or big hospitals, it would have been easy. Any IT officer listening to you can call in and let you know that the real cost is not even in the drone. The real cost is in the technology. That makes it possible for the drone to take off at a particular station, drop it at a particular precinct, fly around, come back, and come and land at the station. So those who know IT will tell you that such a product, in terms of software, in terms of delivery and all that comes at a cost, especially if they are running it for you. In addition to, and by the way, Zipline has over 200 staff across the country. So you need a whole infrastructure setup before you are able to run this particular program. And I remember I was an MP then, somewhere 2018, when I was added to a team that went to Rwanda to look at this Zipline. Rwanda is the first country in Africa that used the Zipline service. And when we went there, we were able to see far villages that were being reached and saving lives through their service. And that's why we came back to advise that it is a good thing. So the first point is that it is not just putting it in your drone with a machine in your hand and fly. No, you need satellite technology. Remember, I said these 6 stations cover the whole of Ghana and are dropping things at 3,000 locations. It's a whole technology. If someone can show that, oh, Dr. Okoe Boye, I know another company that can drop these things, can network Ghana using satellite at, let's say, half the price, why not? I mean, we are all good citizens. Secondly, with all due respect, just as traveling to Kumasi will take you 4 or 5 hours by road, but an airline will take you 45 minutes. It's the same thing with this technology. Distances that you have to cover 7-8 hours, the drone will do it in 40 minutes. So please, in medical service, time is life. If a woman starts bleeding on your hands at 1 a.m. at Chebi where I work, and you have to drive 2 hours to Koforidra to get blood or to get oxytocin to stop the bleeding, please, if I'm told that a flight can drop it in 10 minutes, I'll go on my knees and thank God. If someone tells me, Doc, I can drive 3 hours and bring it to you, I'll be grateful, but I'll have my anxieties. So, and we should be careful. If you live your life in Accra, Takoradi, and Kumasi, you might think that driving 3-4 hours to a place is easy. Sometimes it's not the hours, so the kind of terrain you have to go through is, and I pity my brothers and sisters in the front place.
Okay.
These are communities that sometimes you have to take boat, road, you have to go by road, get on a boat before you reach them. Okay. The drone can drop it to them. So it's not just a matter of the distance, but it's the time that is short. And tomorrow, background is also important. Quickly, there were some elements within this government that said that when Zipline was coming out, they would just be taking pictures of women bathing. We should, when campaign is over, let's now look at the data and the science. Too much emotion doesn't help.
Thank you for speaking to us.
Always grateful.
That's Dr. Bernard Okoe Boye, his former MP, former Minister for Health. This is Eyewitness News on 97.3 City FM.